At its best, the warrior takes pride in your work, your achievements, accepts accountability for your actions, and possesses an abundance of energy which you put to good use in healthy, positive, and constructive ways. Calm and composed and courageous, this powerful personality is vital for achieving lofty goals. But you also have the patience and the wisdom to understand that Rome was not built in a day. In this video, we're going to look how to develop the warrior archetype so that you can get from where you are to where you want to be. Come on then. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Mastermind Content Archetypes series. I'm Richard Oldale, and in this one, we're going to discuss some self-help strategies that you can adopt to develop the wounded warrior. And if you don't know whether you need to develop your inner warrior, then check out parts 1 and 2 of the warrior to determine how dominant this archetype is in your personality. Alternatively, head over to the Mastermind Content website and take the personality assessment. The test produces results that will look something like this. Part 1 informs you how influential your warrior archetype is, so you can see mine is 11.11%. So the warrior is one of my most dominant archetypes, but it's only 66% developed, which means it needs a bit more work to become closer to wholeness. But as it turns out, I am working on resilience and consistency at the moment, which are two of the ways that you can develop the warrior. Speaking of which, in this video, we're going to delve into a few more self-development strategies we use at Mastermind Content that can help you to integrate the powerful aspects of the warrior. So to do that, especially if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 yet, I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown of the good and the not so good qualities of this archetype. So what are the best traits of the warrior? A well-rounded warrior is calm and composed under pressure. You're fearless because you're comfortable with making mistakes and not afraid to hold yourself accountable when things don't go according to plan. You also have strong opinions and ideas which you're not afraid to express because you have the inner strength to be assertive, but also the inner knowing that everybody else is entitled to an opinion, and you are willing to honour other people's opinions, whether you agree with them or not. Individuals with a positive warrior archetype know better than to get involved with pointless arguments and debates. And this is what makes the warrior personality a good leader. The only drawback is they are sticklers for rules and can demand unrealistic expectations from other people. Now, when this archetype is not developed, you cut off from your emotions and you don't consider how other people might feel as either. So personal integrity, practical logic, and the determination to succeed are characters that define the warrior personality. So when it's underdeveloped, practical logic and integrity are qualities that you can adopt into your conscious personality. But the key lesson for the warrior to learn is essentially to detach from your ego. And this archetype can be egocentric when it's in an immature stage of psychological development. It helps for you to work as a team also, especially if you're a leader. You need to be mindful and more flexible and see things from a different perspective, a different vantage point, and adopt strategies that other people present which might be better than yours. Now, the underdeveloped warrior can hold on too tightly to their own ideas, which is symbolised by holding a sword too tightly, so then you're too rigid and limited, because swords are symbols of thoughts. Another beneficial gift that the warrior brings to the conscious personality is resilience. No matter how many times you fail, the warrior will keep getting up and trying again, because you're imbued with an inner knowing that you will succeed if you keep trying and pushing forward in the right direction. What's more, you have the courage to confront any challenge that you're presented with. However, it will serve you well to avoid being overly confident. Again, this is where working as part of a team can play dividends. You need to be able to trust other people to achieve a collective goal. And sometimes the undeveloped warrior has to admit that there may be other people in their team that possess skills that you don't actually have. So it's better to delegate your work to people that can do it better. Now, another issue with the warrior is that overconfidence can also make you compulsive, and when undeveloped, you have a tendency to take risks, even if that means breaking the rules. A good example of this actually is the Jordan Belfort character played by Leonardo DiCaprio in the film The Wolf of Wall Street, which is a great movie, by the way. If you've not seen it already, I recommend that you check it out. Now, one of the most noticeable attributes of this archetype, when underdeveloped, is anger and aggression. Like I mentioned in part 2, individuals that are dominated by this personality can be manipulative, domineering, and even violent if they feel as though they've been offended. However, it is interesting to note that aggression is on the same energy spectrum as assertiveness, which is actually a better tactic to adopt if you have a tendency to fly off the handle and try and dominate or become aggressive with somebody else when you don't get what you want. So if you feel anger rising, then a better strategy than confronting the other person would be to take yourself out of the battlefield for a while, gather your thoughts, then connect with your emotions. What do you want from this situation? Now, if you have anxiety at the same time, then your mind's going to be racing and it's going to be chaotic. So you need to reconnect to the body. You can do this either through exercise or deep breathing exercises. But first of all, you need to calm your body down. Once you calm the body down, the mind calms down as well. And another development goal of the warrior is self-discipline. So this exercise of calming the body down needs to become a discipline to help you control overwhelming emotions. It's important that the warrior can contain those emotions and take control over them so that they don't control you. Otherwise, they reap havoc and chaos. Now, I could say more about the development goals of the warrior, but I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information all in one go. So, if you do want to take a deeper dive into the archetypes, then check out my online course, the Essential Self-Development Program. The content in this program gives you access to a detailed description of all 12 archetypes and shows you how to effectively develop interpersonal skills and qualities you need to manage your life, to get to the next level in your journey, if you like. And the next level after that, and the next level after that, and the next level. Well, you get the point. The point I want to make is that the tools in this program are basically tools to life for one single investment. And the best investment you can make is in yourself. I'm Richard Oldale, and this is Mastermind Content. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.